I mean, what do you want me to bloody say, man? So remember, guys, this is all alleged. Alleged. This is all alleged. So where are we now with this whole thing right now, man? So obviously your boy, I don't think the sentencing has happened, but he had to spend time behind bars until final sentencing, because he was obviously received the charge and was obviously convicted. He was convicted, but the final sentencing hasn't happened of rape. We've already covered the story before, so, if you want to look at it, we've already covered the story. So we were like, okay, he's in there. And then we were told that a million was the price, that €1 million was the price for bail. Dani Alves said that he's got no money, he's bankrupt. Bankrupt, $1 million. Bankrupt, $1 million. So you're not going anywhere. Unless a friend steps up to say, I've got $1 million. And guys, I don't care how rich you are, $1 million is $1 million. Shout out to Lil Wayne. $1 million is $1 million. So when he was released and the bill was paid, knowing that he doesn't have the money, he's bankrupt, we got thinking, wait, who could have paid the guy's bail? So automatically everybody went with the obvious, which was Nene. Nene's got the money, he's got the cash, they're both Brazilian, they're both good, close friends. So we thought, oh, it's Neymar. But then it came out that it wasn't actually Nene that paid this bail. So we're like, wait, if it's not Nene, who the heck could it be? And who is that much of a friend? Because we're going to talk about friendship and we're going to talk about should or not, and we're going to get into morality. But what level of friendship would someone from their own personal wealth put out $1 million? That ain't chump change. Bro, if I've got 10 euros and you say, yo, 2 euros to bail me out, that means I've only got 8 euros left. Because I've only got 10 euros, so I know 2 euros to bail you out. But if I do put those 2 euros, I am a serious friend to you. So the question is, who is this friend? Who is this guy? Who is it? If it's not Nene, is it Thiago Silva? Could it be Richarlison? Could it be... Because now you're going through the Brazilians. Is it Richarlison? Is it Vini? Is it Rodrigo? Or is it even someone older? Is it an R9? Is it a Dino? So we're going through the names. Now remember, this is alleged. Let's keep it alleged. We do not know these facts, but this is the story that's making the rounds. The Memphis Depay is the one who paid €1 million in bail for Dani Alves, leading to his release from prison today. So people were like, Memphis Depay? Yeah, they played together. We didn't know that they were that close friends. Because again, $1 million, whether you're a multi-billionaire, $1 million is still $1 million. To take out $1 million off of your personal wealth to pay for someone's release, oh, that's deep. That's deep. But then this story actually came out before this occurred. So the story that came out before this occurred, because then you're trying to do mental gymnastics of like, because you're just trying to connect the dots. I can connect Neymar and Dani Alves. I can't really connect Depay and Dani Alves. You played for a very short time at Barcelona. One guy is from the Netherlands. Another guy is Brazilian. You didn't spend that long together. It is not really known whether you're really good friends. Because I think, for instance, it's like, even when Pogba left Juve, he still was a very, very close friend of... He was still a very close friend of Dybala. And they're still very, very close friends. Even if that he's spent so much long away from Juventus, they're still close friends. The three, Tevez, Park Ji-sung, and Ji-sung Park, and what am I black on? Patrice Evra. And Patrice Evra and Park Ji-sung, they're still very close friends. Like, he even went to South Korea recently. So we know of just friends, based on the social media and just how much closer we are to football players. We know of people who are really close. But we didn't really see that whether Depay and Dani Alves were like, are these guys close? So, but this was a story that came out before this release. So this is Memphis Depay. The Quincy Promise that you people read about is not the Quincy Promise that I know. I don't know the Quincy Promise that is prosecuted. I don't come from an easy environment. If people read my book, they will understand. Dani Alves and Mendy are my friends too. And this was days before the release of Dani Alves. So now we're beginning to build a picture here. So it's a case of, because this is now when we now get into very sensitive territory now. Because I saw a tweet and someone said, wow, do you have a friend that would pay $1 million to release you from bail? Wow, that is an amazing friend. And this is really about perspective, how you view it. Because from one perspective, it's, damn, that is a serious friend. That is a serious friend who's willing to pay $1 million to bail you out. That's one perspective. And the other perspective is, the court has found him guilty. And we went through a video and we looked through what evidence came out and the details of the case, and I was like, yeah, this guy's guilty. From what was released, from the information that we know, I was like, this guy is guilty here. Like with Mendy, it was inconclusive, we're not there. This, it's real. So then you say to yourself that we saw the evidence from the case, and I released him on bail. Does that now make Memphis Depay a messed up person because, quote unquote, are you now supporting a rapist? So if a guy is guilty, whether he's your friend or friend, you may say, no, I know you're my friend, you're guilty, you've got to serve your time. That's a perspective. But another perspective is, if you are really good friends with someone, through thick and thin, you try to support them. So if I was in that position, I don't know. See, for me, if I was in that position, it depends on the friendship. But if I'm just a casual friend with someone, I'm like, I'm sorry, that's $1 million. I'm like, I'll try. If I'm really close friends, it's an interesting one. Because if I do believe you are guilty, because you see, it's Memphis Depay can say that, oh, no. The Dani Alves I know, the friend I know wouldn't do that. We are not the same in all different environments. How you are around a certain group of people in a certain environment is not the same how you are in another environment. As I say, all it takes is one bad day. All it takes is just one bad day. And people can snap, people can act differently, people can act out of character. So you can say, oh no, that was not the normal me, but a crime is a crime. If you throw someone off a building and you say, oh no, I would never do that, but that was just like one bad day. But other than this, I'm a normal person. Cool, we know that, but you still committed the crime. It's maybe out of character. It's maybe an anomaly, but the crime is still the crime. So that is why, from members, it's a tricky one, because I will say for Memphis Depay, have you looked at the evidence? What if this guy truly did do that, did actually rape someone? Shouldn't we live in a world where you do the crime, you do the time? So that's one way of viewing it. Another way is Memphis Depay is like, I wasn't there. I don't know whether he's truly innocent or guilty, because the courts may say so, but I wasn't there. I wasn't in that moment. And there isn't... See, if that was true, clear, hardcore evidence, he was caught on tape, on CCTV, in true 4K, then it's like, bro, okay, come on, bro, like, it's easy. But this is just based on, from what we know and what it looks like, most likely he's guilty. But for Memphis Depay, it's like, oh no, he's my friend. I think it's cool with me. And yeah, I'm going to pay for his bail. So it's a very tricky one, guys. Like, it's a very tricky one here, because it does look away. Because when you just look at that evidence and you look at the fact of what that Dani Alves tried to settle this out of court and pay her off, it does seem from the offset, Memphis Depay, are you bailing out a guy who most likely is a rapist? Shouldn't we live in a world where no matter what, if you do a crime, you should face punishments, and you should keep the same energy for everybody? Famous person, not famous person, celebrity, superstar, regular person, working class person, whoever you are, whatever creature you are, you do the crime, you do the time, because we are all equal in this world. Nobody should deserve special treatment. But yeah, it's like, look, it's true. My reaction was like, you paid this guy's 1 million bail from what we heard, so it's, but I mean, I'm interested to know what you guys think in the comments, because that tweet that said, man, that is what a true friend is. That's not how, I'm sorry. That's not my response. My response to that is not that, oh man, Memphis Depay is a really good friend. How the hell can that be your response? The only response you can have is either like, Memphis Depay, are you support this kind of a guy? Or it's his money, he views him a certain way, and you can do whatever you want with your money. And this is the kind of crime where it's most likely, it isn't where he's caught in 4K. We can see the footage, and it is completely conclusive. But if it was me, from the evidence that I saw, and if I was friends with Dani Alves in the way that I think Memphis Depay is, well, you're friends, not hardcore, but friends through football, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't pay the mill. I'm like, I'm just good, but I'll say, Dani, I'm sorry. From that evidence that I saw and everything, I'm sorry. I am not paying a mill out of bill fee. No. It's just not happening. I'm sorry. From what I've seen, sorry, bro, you got to do the time. So that's just me. I wouldn't do it. So how are people going to view Memphis Depay? He'll say, it's my money. I can do whatever the heck I want with your money, which is true. But then, you know how people say, like, oh, it's a free world, so you can do whatever you want. So you are free to do whatever you want, but that doesn't mean that you are now exempt for people judging you on your free actions. So Memphis Depay, you can do whatever the hell with your money. Of course you can. But people can say, man, so you're going to bail out this guy? I'm going to look at you funny. We are free to do that. So, yeah, it's an interesting one. Interested to hear what you guys think about that and so forth, man. But wow, €1 million.